number 8, and number 3, right? How about you?
So 3, 5, 9.
3, 5, and 9. So you're repeating 2 and you're adding enriching educational experiences. Okay, how about you? Okay, how about you? 12, 11, and 3. Okay, so money for student services, supported campus environment. That's an interesting one. How about you?
3, 5, and 11.
Excellent. 3, 5, and 11. He's ready. How about you?
5, 9, and 11.
Okay, you get a pretend prize, and I will explain that to you in a minute. How about you?
3, 7, 8.
3, 7, and 8. How about you, sir?
4, 5, and 11.
4, 5, and 11. Okay, so those are great choices, and I'll show you why I asked you that in a minute. I'm going to show you 3 rankings, okay, in Canada. The first one is a magazine, okay? This magazine is like Time magazine. You know Time magazine?
Yes,
okay. This is called Maclean's. It is Canada's national news magazine, okay? It is the most famous Canadian magazine, okay? Now, Maclean's publishes every week, so there are 52 issues per year, okay? In November, they publish a ranking of universities. That issue, that November issue on universities, sells 4 times more copies than any other issue. So you understand it's a popular issue, right? This is this is the best known ranking of universities in Canada. It's not necessarily the best ranking, but it is the best known ranking, okay? 18 years it's been ranking, and Mount Allison is in the bachelor's category because we are a bachelor's university, okay? 18 years, we've been number 1 13 times, and we've been number 2 5 times, okay? We are the only university in Canada that has never been number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's ranking number 1. Ranking number 2 is number 4 from the list. Do you remember number 4, which was satisfaction of former students? That's what this is, okay? So you have high school, you have university, and then you have work and family, right? This is working family people saying how satisfied they were with their university after they've left university, okay? So what I want people to see is the bottom half of the table first. I'll show you the top half in a minute. But what you need to see at the bottom, do you remember that famous university, University of British Columbia? 3rd from the bottom. University of Toronto, the one you said very quickly, is 4th from the bottom. Somebody said Windsor, there's Windsor, and there's McGill in the bottom half. Here's the top half. Now you can't read these, but in this particular survey, Mount Allison is number 1. Now Mount Allison is not always number 1 in this category, but we're always in the top 5 or 6. McGill, UBC, and Toronto are always in the bottom half. Why? Because McGill, University of Toronto, and UBC do not focus on bachelor's education. They focus on master's, PhD, and research. Why are these universities, including Mount Allison at the top? We focus on bachelor's, we have small classes, students engage in their learning, they matter as individuals, and they feel they do well, and they feel more important and more satisfied because they belong in a community that values them. Okay? That's number 2. Yes.
In terms of what? Which category this is?
This is satisfaction of former students. The question is, how satisfied are you with the university you attended before? Okay? Okay, now this is ranked for me, that's good. Thank you very much. Okay. This is ranking number 3. This is the most important information of the lot, and I want you to understand this. I need to give you 2 minutes explanation to put this in context, okay? So my question for you is, do you think universities like magazines making rankings of universities. Let me repeat the question, because I know there are different levels of English. Do you think that universities, like magazines and newspapers, making rankings of universities? What do you think?
No, sir.
Okay, what are you thinking?
No, sir.
Okay, why do you say no?
Probably they do not like the competition between the universities. Some of the universities are at the bottom level, so they will not like it.
Some universities don't mind. We don't mind. We're always near the top. And that's great, because we get applications just because we're near the top. However, universities that are lower down often don't like it. And in fact, universities generally don't like it. There are two reasons. Reason number one is universities are here. Magazines are outside the universities. And universities say, what does a magazine know about what really happens in the university? So that's reason number one. Reason number two is, universities say, magazines do not ask the best questions. They ask questions, and they ask some okay questions, but universities say, magazines do not ask the best questions. So, universities know that the public pays a lot of attention to rankings. You know what I'm saying? People believe magazine rankings. So, some universities in North America do not like magazines and newspapers making rankings. So in 1996 in the United States, university people got together and said, guys, we better come up, we better develop a better ranking than the magazines. Because the magazines are getting all this attention for not asking the best questions. So universities got together and said, we have to make a ranking. So the university leaders in the States created a ranking called the National Survey of Student Engagement. The National Survey, that's a study, of student engagement. What does engagement mean? It doesn't mean getting married. Okay, it doesn't mean that. Engagement means, are you interested? Are you working? Are you trying? Are you into your studies? Okay, that's what it means. Go ahead.
Are you involved?
Are you involved? Absolutely. Or, are you in the back of a class of 1,000 people? That is not engaged, okay? This is, are you into it? Okay? So what this study asks is not which university's got the best reputation. Not which university's got the most money. Not which university has the most books in the library. The question is, where are bachelor students? This is bachelors. That's you guys next year and the year after, okay? You guys, bachelor students, actually learning the most. So this isn't about facilities, it's about stuff entering the brain. So actually learning, okay? So in 1998, this study started in American universities. But in 2007, 41 Canadian universities participated in the study. So now the study's in Canada. It's an American study that's come into Canada. 41 universities is more than half of Canadian universities. So it's a significant number. It's not all of them, but it's a significant number. How many universities in Canada? No, in this study. In this study. 41. How many?
41.
Remember that number. I want you to remember. How many?
41.
41. Out of about 75 or 80. Absolutely. Okay? So, universities say magazines don't ask the best questions. What do universities say are the best questions? Universities say there are 5 questions. You guys asking. What are those 5 questions? I think you picked one of them. Level of academic challenge. So number 1, where are the courses the most challenging? Okay, not where they're the easiest. Where do they encourage students to get better? Number 2, where do students and professors interact the most? That was number 5. Do you remember in the list? And some of you picked number 5, remember? Number 3, Where are students most active and collaborative in their learning? What number was that in the list? 7. Yes. Who picked it? Somebody picked it. Oh, okay, we'll keep going. Number 4. Where are the most enriching educational experiences? Did you pick this? Who picked that? Did you pick that? Enriching educational experience. The extra, the special stuff. Undergraduate research, international study. And then the last one, where is the campus environment the most supportive of students? Okay? Now,